This is on my live stream. Really quick video here. I saw this. I was just playing music in my car on YouTube, and I saw this video. Haven't watched it. I don't know what's up, but as a previous RTS player, not Age of Empires, but StarCraft 2, top RTS player, somebody who's coached top players, somebody who knows a lot about the game. I'm curious because Hera is, in my opinion, he's not my favorite player or anything, but he's like Doubt's my favorite player, but he's probably the most talented player in the world, but similar to Idra in StarCraft 2, this gets in the way. Gets in the way a lot for him. I've seen him rage quit quite a few times. Anyways, enough of that. I want to see what he says. I'm very curious because he's literally either won tournaments or come second place. This is the first time in literal years that he hasn't gotten, like, I can't even remember. Okay, King of the Desert. He didn't get first or second. But that, I mean, that's the only thing that comes to mind. So let's
Hello everyone and welcome back to the video. So
let's see what he says. So obviously, first impression is I like this. He's in his hotel, obviously, so he's recording this literally probably a day at the most after the match.
Currently at the hotel, we obviously just finished rbw5 and all the tournament stuff, and I figured to make a short video and let you guys know my thoughts and how things went for me. And
Here, it's really quiet. I'm gonna switch it up. Put my headphones in. Sorry, this won't be long. Just need to put my headphones in. It's too quiet for my speakers. Yeah, like I said, no stream until later. I'm just want to react to this real quick.
Just my experiences throughout the
Because I want to watch it also. I'm really curious to what he says. If he's going to blame somebody, if he's going to blame this and that, or... Because, like, he played fantastic in the series that he lost. It's just his opponent played better. So, let's see what he has to say.
the tournament in general. I will of course cover it on my Twitch channel, when I get home. But for now, I figured I don't want to leave you guys hanging too long, so just make a quick video and talk to you.
Spoilers, by the way.
So I wanted to just start off with the group stage and say, like, going into the tournament, I obviously plan to win and to do as best as I can. And
Of course,
I think
win, top two.
went well.
It's probably what he
A lot
wanted.
of things up my sleeve that I wanted to save through the group stage, because a lot of them were player specific, and I targeted the top players, and I figured that I could play.
Already sounds like an excuse coming. But let me get my coffee. Sorry, 1 second. My strategies I prepared for the top players. You kind of... Okay. Let's wait and see. But if you're trying to tell me NPL's not a top player, I mean, come on. The fuck out of here.
Standard strategies.
You just can't prepare for him.
Well there. So I had some regular strategies planned for a lot of the competition, and then specific ones prepared for, let's say, Leary, Viper, etc. I had a couple for Daz and Tato in mind as well.
Mm-hmm.
So in the group stage, I went pretty well. I won my first set versus Tato 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I casted that one.
Then went on to face Viper. I lost 2-1. Again, I felt like I didn't really showcase some of the strategies I wanted to do. I wanted to save them till the later stages because
Sure,
all
yeah.
I needed was 2-2 to advance.
Nothing wrong with that.
Stage. And I kind of took a risk by not, showing all my strategies right away because I want to save them for
You were
later.
still a 2 seed in the
Whether
bracket.
this is a mistake or not,
So.
hard to say. I will definitely reflect on it, and maybe for future tournaments, I will just come out guns blazing from the start, because let's be honest, a lot
That's
of
not a
it
mistake.
comes down to, just.
He was still the 2 seed in the bracket stage.
Feeling
So
confident and not necessarily the strategy itself.
I believe. I could be
So anyways,
mistaken.
I dropped the set 2-1 to Viper. It was a very nice series. I felt like it could have went either way.
Viper winning the tournament, of course.
Next, I faced Vinchester. I got a nice 2-0 win, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
Vinchester,
again,
very
I
good
kind of
player,
went towards
especially in
more
Empire
game
Wars.
one. I can't remember game 1, but I think I might have used strategy game 1. I can't remember that I had prepared. And
He played very well versus Tato as well.
But either way, we were up 2-0
I casted
there,
that set.
and then I'm facing Kapachi in the last round of group stage, and I went 2-0, which didn't impact because we were both through anyway. So I finished the group stage 3-1. only dropped the series for Viper, feeling very good.
Yeah, so he's the 2
far,
seed.
and I feel
Yeah.
like I'm playing very well. I also was not nervous at all in any of the games, which I thought was actually very strange. I was shocked that I was not nervous at all. Usually I have
Wow, that's crazy.
some small nerves.
Even at a LAN, that's crazy.
I was slow in a couple.
In fact, you're not
today.
nervous.
Not today, this tournament. But I wasn't nervous, and I'm not saying this to bluff or anything like that.
Yeah, no.
I gained
Why would you bluff? Yeah. The tournament's over.
I was not nervous at all, which was really, really weird. And I'm not sure if that will continue. I don't know if my mindset was different.
That's a good thing, though.
In the LAN.
That's a good thing.
I'm hot and, I don't know, whatever it is, just playing on stage, I'm focused and I'm not thinking about the nerves or anything like that, or, psyching myself out. But whatever it was, I felt good. I wasn't nervous at all, and I felt like I was in a good position to.
Really curious what he's going to say about the real set. He said he lost.
So then I faced the quarterfinals MBL. I'm seed 4, he's seed 5, so it's a close.
Oh, he's seed 4. How was MBL seed 5?
I go up 2-0 in the first 2 games. First one, I actually get the bet.
Honestly, I think he was fortunate getting MBL as a 5 seed, because, like, I thought Kapach was the 8 seed and then MBL was the 7 seed, but doesn't matter.
Opening,
doesn't matter.
Nice scout rush with Vikings. I didn't expect it. I thought Archers was the play. I adapt nicely. I get a good boom, play a good late game, and end up securing that one. Game 2, I just had a nice civ.
By the way, if you don't know what happened, spoilers, of course. This is the best series. I mean, this is by far the best series of the year. I don't care RM versus Empire Wars. I don't care. Best series of the year. If you missed it, watch it. Even if you don't know Age of Empires. Such a good series. Hera ends up going up 2-0 in a best of 5. Just needs one more game to win. MBL, the massive underdog. Like I said, Hera is probably the second best player in Empire Wars, maybe third at the worst. And MBL is like arguably not even a top 10 Empire Wars player. He's much better in random map. He doesn't prepare for Empire Wars, but he just relies on his techniques and his strategy alone. But anyways, let's continue to watch here. Let's see what he says.
And I'm
no more pausing.
Do well in that game, 2-0 up for me, and I took one of his home maps, which I was feeling very good about. Then I come to my home map, which is then we go play Wade, his home map again. I get a really bad early game with my scout this time around, and I felt like in general I kind of misplayed a lot that early game. A lot of the things I wanted to go for didn't work out. I did well in
those eyebrows are sexy though. Sorry.
In scout though, so I had
Kappa.
some things in my favor, but I have to say he put on the aggression and he did a better job defending while attacking. And he pulled ahead and
Rainbow Cap.
The lead. I could have pounced to attack the center in Castle Age, but I thought
That's
was
not
the
an
guy
excuse.
who was faster imp.
Mm-hmm.
I was mistaken. He was up faster. And
His mistake,
that was
okay.
A huge mistake cost me the game. I think maybe if I went full castle, I could have pushed him, but nonetheless, it was a great performance from him that game.
Okay, cool.
The game
I like that.
after that
Response.
was winged and had Cumans, which that Cumans should like completely beat any sit there. He had
Yes.
flanks.
Yes,
And
Cumin should win.
Once again, gone off to a really bad start, taking damage on my scouts. Initially, I think I ran to a spear or something like that. It's like just so unfortunate there, and that impacts a lot on Empire Wars. Then I got some pretty unfavorable archer trades. Didn't really help out too much either. But we traded back and forth, and I decided to go full feudal. He went for a little bit of a faster castle approach. I did
Sorry,
good
allergies.
damage, but I wasn't able to kill archers on his gold and deny his
Shouldn't
gold.
hurt my eyes.
And so he just idled everything, waited for a few nights, and then he was able to like push me back at castle, and he actually just secured himself the game shortly after. So that was a good hold from him. And then game 5, Aftermath. I really don't know why I picked Aftermath. In hindsight, it was such a bad pick. I should have went with Frigid Lake. I didn't want to be too predictable because I picked that against. I already picked that a couple times in the tournament, so I was like,
You should have
okay,
went
let's mix
Frigid
it
Lake.
up. And in theory,
Something I
picked
didn't
all
even think
maps.
about, by the way. But
I didn't consider that like MBL had practiced a lot of Aftermath, and it was not one of my most practiced maps. So in hindsight, Frigid Lake, like that, I'm just like I'm good in Frigid Lake. I'm solid. I played a lot of games there. I should have trusted myself and.
Yes,
I think
yes. That's not an excuse, yes.
Hiding strategies this time.
I agree
It's,
with that, yeah.
A lack of judgment, like at the drafting table, I thought, Aftermath is fine. I wrote on my paper and my notepad beforehand that like, okay, Frigid Lake or Acclivity, both were open, and I just chose Aftermath randomly. It's just sometimes you make last minute decisions that seem good, but end up just being a little bit.
I don't.
Impulsive.
Right away. Video's not over. what is it? We're about 2/3 done with it. Kind of sounds like an excuse, bro. You still could have easily won on Aftermath. Like I said, he did kind of play better than MBL on Aftermath. His reactions were faster. But it was just that classic, like I said, fantastic series. Is that classic matchup. 2-2. Hera with the economy, MBL with the mass army. Which is better? Empire Wars? I think we figured that out.
That are not actually thought through the whole way. Sorry for the camera position, by the way. Anyway, so we play on Aftermath. I have got Magyars versus Berbers. I think
not an excuse I care about, though.
Pretty decent game. I think the losing mistake for me was two things going. This game I also had a bad early game with the Scouts, which is got the trade and then lost it. Anyway, that was irrelevant though.
MBL has great unit control. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
I got two big mistakes for me here, and I think I give credit to MBL for putting me under a lot of pressure that game and going for a faster cast lead.
Yes,
kind of,
for sure.
Because
then he got the trade post the entire game.
More good play
yeah.
So I went like a lot of scouts and feudal with Magyars, try to put pressure. He just towered the gold, walled in the wood, faster cast lead. He takes good map control with Berbers, and he's feeling very good about the situation. So honestly, that was just like game 3 or game 5. I think that was just good play from him, and not so much like my mistakes. I think
yes.
Going full scouts, or not full scouts, but heavy scouts and feudal. I shouldn't have done that, but it's hard to make that decision in the meantime when you think you can do damage on the.
Let's just keep watching. Sorry, let's just keep watching.
Farms and stuff. But anyway, I think the next big mistake for me was I lose 7 monks in the mid game. Because I wasn't watching.
Yep.
I looked at them. I went back to Sanctity. I went back to fight in the front.
Massive. That was a massive loss. I only saw him lose 3, but he lost 7.
That was definitely the game.
Did not know he lost 7. I saw him lose 3 monks.
Not my game.
On camera, but I guess off camera.
It was definitely very even.
Because when you're going against knights,
he just did a nice job of clearing me out and all that stuff. So he takes that game, takes the series. And the rest of the results go on as follows. I don't know if I want to spoil everything for you guys, although this video obviously has a lot of spoilers. But that was my experience with the games. As far as my experience at Heidelberg and in the castle in general, it was absolutely fantastic. City's beautiful, architecture. I love old architecture, and it was just really nice to be around. The castle views were epic, like insane. Took a lot of pictures. Shared some with my family and friends and all that kind of stuff, so that was really good. And then as far as like the production team and like the player managers and everyone who helped us, that like they were just incredible. Like they were just so good, and I was just blown away by the professionalism. Yet like great under pressure, but always chill. Like they're always working very hard, but never was someone rude, like rude to the players, rude to anyone else. No one was ever commanding people around. Everyone was working together as a team. It was just fascinating to see. Like I'm genuinely shocked by how good the production and all this stuff was. The camera crew worked with us. They made sure we're comfortable. They helped us through every shot.
So I think that's pretty much it.
Whenever the players had to do,
but we'll watch the whole thing.
Part in the, a role on the production.
So I don't have chat up if anybody's saying anything.
Went
but
through the routine a couple times. Which,
oh, Moo Man, what's up? I'm just doing a quick react to this.
But that
I'll be live later.
Kind of helped us, make sure we do it right when it's time for filming. So obviously we're not like actors or anything like that. So going through a couple test runs is usually very helpful, and it definitely was. So that's kind of a good wrap of my experience. Again, focusing pretty much.
That's it. So, wow. Let me just put this. No excuses. I love it. Best series of the entire year. No doubt. Spell it like this, D-A-U-T, about it. That's my thoughts. Straight up. I am so happy that he did not... Like, the old hero, the 17, 18, 19-year-old hero, would say, oh, this happened, that happened, oh, I lost my monks, oh, this, that, I should have won the game, I played better. Accountability, my guy. It's very important to learn from your mistakes. Hera is a little bit too I mean, he relies on his defense because he is the best defensive player in the world, but I feel like that makes him a little too predictable. Similar to Leary, where Leary's a little predictable. Whereas other players like Yo, Viper, Jordan, they're not as predictable. Like, because they can do everything. And then the guy he lost to, MBL, is not... I mean, he's just the biggest wild card of them all. But overall, I feel like Hera, with this mentality, is extremely dangerous. If I was his coach, I would... Like, if I was his coach, and this video would have been differently, I would have definitely sat him down, given him a talk. But I feel like that has already happened in the past with Hart, his actual coach. And I feel like they're moving on and they're learning from this. And I'm just going to say it right now, the next big tournament, King of the Desert, this guy's my prediction to win the tournament. He's my prediction to win. Not Leary, not Viper. I feel like Hera is going to win King of the Desert. That's just my guess, because obviously the tournament hasn't even started yet. But anyways, just quick react there. Gonna put this up on YouTube. Thanks again. I'll be live in just a couple hours. So Kappa Ross! See you later.